Miquel Gironés, the man of 0% taxes, multiple citizenships, 5-star hotels, and luxury travel for 80 to 95% off, and much more.
So if something's difficult, we want to crack the code, or we want to offer things that are difficult to find somewhere else.
Almost 7 years ago, he decided to start First Class Citizen and First Class Investor to open the eyes of people who are making good money but are still stuck.
You can find a provider of Paraguay that knows nothing else than just that. You have the accounting in the US, but that's it. And then having our team.
He shows the path for people to pay 0% taxes, travel the world without limitations, live in 5-star hotels, and travel in luxury for 80 to 95% off. In just 8 minutes, you'll have the inside look on his thought process on every single move he makes.
We like things that are difficult to get. So if something is difficult, we want to crack the code, or we want to offer things that are difficult to find somewhere else. So for example, this accelerated journey for non-US citizens on the credit card world, that's something very tailored, very niche, because there's a lot of American citizens that teach other Americans how to improve their credit repair, loans, etc. But a non-US citizen that got to the point of getting these results in 4 months, from 0 to 720 credit score, all these elite cards, this is pretty unique. So that's something we're doubling down on. We are doing golden visas as well, because we understood that our audience were interested in mobility and access to the EU. That's something they value. Winter, summers, the security for their family, so that's also valuable. Then joker cards, like Armenia is like a wild card, it's like Armenia, boom, Armenia, yeah. Or driving licenses in places that not many people offer. Or I would say that, yeah, if it's something we can add a lot of speed, getting an IT instead of 6 months in 42 days, like a month and a half or a month in 10 days, that's something we're interested in. Something that gives people options, like top-tier passports. European passports are top-notch. Another thing that we are doubling down, and we are sharing a lot in the marketing and everything, is combining all of these structures together. Because you can find the provider of Paraguay that knows nothing else than just that service and that program and that country. You have the accounting in the US that knows about taxes in the US, that's it. Or golden visa in Greece, but that's it. And then having our team where we put in touch, we have a lot of internal processes where our partners from one country gets connected with the other ones, and they have meetings and meetups in person where we fly them, we send them together, so we can create this network of this guy is well aware of all the other 15 countries or 20 countries that we cater. Even though he's a very strong in his one, let's say he's 100% in this, he's like 60% in all the other countries, and maybe 80% in 3 or 4 that work very well with that. So let's say Paraguay and Armenia has not much to do. So the Paraguay team knows 60% about the Armenia program, but they know 80% or 90% regarding LLCs, because that's a very common setup. The Cyprus people know 60% about Panama, but they know very well the LTDs and are very well connected with the UK team, because UK and Cyprus work well together. So that's how we're playing it. A place like Portugal has another trick that I'm going to share here. You can finance real estate at 2 to 2.5% a year for over 5 years with only a 30% down payment. So it means you put 30% down, let's say you want $1 million property, you put 300,000 and the other 700,000, they're gonna finance it for you 5 years, only with 2 to 2.5% interest every year. Knowing that the inflation, they say it's 4% on paper, we know it's much more. It could be 5, 6, 7% in some countries. You're basically borrowing free money. And the day that I launched this proposal to higher net worth clients, they went crazy. We are booking these villa tours and cars and transfers across Porto, Cascais, Lisbon, that they can buy this real estate, and then connecting them with the financing department that we established a partnership. We signed an agreement with them to work together, and boom, they can now get basically free money if they have the liquidity to put the down payment. And if you want a car, they also finance cars. So we have somebody who is into car collection, these rare pieces of like models 30 years old, but really well conserved, that they're also financing these cars with down payment, and boom, they can buy the car in Portugal, plated in Portugal. So it's really interesting, the real estate world. I'm really interested in every country that allow us to do financing. Spain is another big one. Of course, there's a huge market for loans and mortgages. Of course, the US is another one that you can get loans and mortgages. Dubai, UAE is another one that's good. But yeah, Portugal, it's been one of the last additions to this portfolio of real estate that we help our clients build, especially in places we can get residency or citizenship to the client. We usually have already this partnership with real estate agents that, again, it takes us months to go there, meet them in person multiple times to ensure that they are not dodgy, or they're not going to ghost, or they're not going to disappear. We usually work with people who've been in the industry for many years, then we make the connection. And that's why people pay more. There's of course cheaper providers. We don't compete with price ever. We are usually on the higher end, but we have this level of connection that somebody gets residence in Paraguay, then for free, like they don't have to pay extra. We're going to make the introduction with somebody that allows them to buy the house. For example, we got somebody a citizenship by exception in Serbia, which is possible, it's legal, it's Article 19 of the law. And that person, after he got the citizenship, the passport, the Serbian passport, wanted to buy real estate in there. And it took him like 3 different interviews with 3 different companies that were selling real estate. And in less than a week, he bought a property for $2 million. Done. That's it. Because we already have built the connections with the people that we know are trustworthy to show him the real estate, and he got something in Belgrade waterfront. If he had just gotten a service with somebody who only knew about residency, temporary residency, or citizenship by exception, or whatever service, and that's it, it would be cheaper, but then it would have taken him all the work on him to go through all the agencies, talk to all the real estate developers, to have access to the best properties, the penthouses, not just like the first floor or second floor of that building, but actually the best penthouse, reserved. So the connection and saving time to the client that we like to compete on versus other companies. For this thing, I don't have a loophole, I don't have a hack. It's a lot of work and luck as well. Many of the things that happen in my life, it's pure luck. Meeting the right person at the right time, and boom, luck. So I'm very lucky. I think I'm very loved by the universe because I can see it every day. Like, I'm very grateful every day with things that happen, because it's like, how come? It seems like magic. It's incredible. So yeah, luck plays a big part, then hard work, having a team that also works really hard. If I have to give a tip, it's much easier to know the right person through a referral, because the person who introduces you to the other, let's say the real estate agent, say a client that lives in Portugal and gets a service for Paraguay, but knows somebody, this guy that does the financing, or this guy that offers the villas and the real estate opportunities in Cascais, let's say. Because he wants to keep their good reputation with you, they're going to make sure that the people he introduces you to is the right person, So referrals go a long way, because it's something you want to keep your integrity and not lose it, the good faith and the good relationship you have with somebody else. So I would say, if you have a strong network, the stronger your network, it's just a snowball effect, because then it's just much easier, because you keep knowing more and more people you can trust. Then anything I want, I have an insider group. I just sent a message, and usually in a matter of minutes now. 2 years ago, it took me like weeks or months, as you say, going to places, visiting Puerto, in your case, you're like Puerto Vallarta, Puerto Escondido, or me going to Tulum. Now it's just like, hey, I need this. Ping! 3 solutions come in my Telegram right away. Whatever topic you want to find, Miquel Gironés, Portugal, Miquel Gironés, Serbian citizenship, Miquel Gironés this, or first-class citizen that, or first-class investor, best credit cards for this, best credit cards for buying ads. You're gonna just find it. I keep putting content every day that is available, so anything you want to do, just put these keywords, see the answer. It's there for you. If it helps you, amazing. I'm more than happy.